Okay, so here we are, another lesson. This time, we're going to play in a minor key. And we're going to use D minor because it's the relative minor of F major. So that's why I can leave the key signature the same as the last one. Because D flat is the only naturally occurring black note. B flat is the only natural occurring flat in the key of D minor. And you'll notice that the Roman numerals look a little different this time because we're using the one chord is the lowercase I. Just about every other one I've done lately have been uppercase. And then when we do the 2-7, we added a flat 5 to it as well, which is going to have a really neat sound to it. And then we are using an example of a suspension in these two bottom chords, the A7 suspended 4, and then just a regular A7 with that fourth resolved down to the third of the chord. And you'll hear that when we get there. So let's now play these. And by the way, for most of these videos that I do 4 chords on your chart, I'm always going to go top, left, top, right, then bottom, left, bottom, right is the order that I'm going to perform them in, just so you know where to follow, so I don't have to direct traffic so much. Okay, so the first one, we're going to play the D minor. Make sure we're playing a D in our left hand. Then we're going to play the E minor 7 flat 5. Is that. And then the A7 suspended 4 is that. And then the resolve to the A7 is just like that. Now, one thing I need to pay attention to and draw your attention to is this right here. I wish that I can't change this, unfortunately, but for some reason it's notating this as a D flat. The note is correct, but its label, it should be an A sharp. That's what it would normally write when we're talking about an A chord. It should be an A sharp, but for some reason this thing is writing as a D flat. So you'll get your fingers in the right place, but you might not like the way that it's labeled. I know I don't. Okay, and then so that we've ended on the A7, so then it would resolve back to D minor. This is most likely the way that this song would end. I mean, we're just making up a song here, but this is a neat little progression. And then this time through, I'll tell you where I'm putting my fingers because that might help you. I'm going thumb, middle, and pinky for that one. And then, so that it's an easy slide over, I'm going pointer, middle, pinky. If that's too hard for you, find another fingering, but try to stick to whatever that you pick. Make sure that it feels good. Another one that might feel as good as 1, 2, and 5, that might feel okay. It's just a little bit disjointed to get to, but it still works. It still works. I was just trying to find one that was easy for me to have move. If I can move fewer fingers changing between chords, I'm a little happier. But sometimes you do have to move, and it's just the way that it is. Okay. So whichever one you want for that. And then for this one, I'm going thumb, 4th, 5th. And then when I resolve and do the A7, I'm just playing, I'm going 1, 3, 5 in the right hand. So 1, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5, and then we go back to 1, 3, 5, back again with the D minor. Okay, so there you go. That's how to play the chords. Let's just go through one more time before I start hiding things on you. So 1, sorry, there we go. 2, 7 flat 5, A7 suspended 4th, A7, 1 minor, 2 minor 7 flat 5, A7 sus4, A7, and then back to F. Or sorry, the D minor. Can you tell I did the F video earlier today? Okay, so now I'll always start and always end on this D minor, just so you know where we're going. So when I start covering the screen, you'll still know where the starting and end point is, because it makes it a little easier for you to find everything else. And your choices are on the board. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to see if I can just block my keyboard part out so you can still see your chord choices. Depends on how technical I can get in the video editing studio to make it so you can still see those choices. But anyway, here we go. We're going to cover this. Tell me where this goes. Starting on the D minor, where does it go? Okay, so I played through it twice. Where do you think I went? Here's where I actually went. I just went from D minor to A7 and back. I only played those two chords. I didn't play anything else. That's all I did, back and forth between those two. Okay, new progression. As usual, going to start on D minor. Cover the screen. Okay, I played through it. That's one cycle. Here it is, the same thing again. And on the D minor again. Okay, now we'll let you see it. So I went D, A7, suspended fourth, A7, back up to D minor. Okay, new progression. Cover the screen. That's once through. I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to show you yet. Okay, now you can watch this time. Hopefully you got it right. I went D minor, then A7, then the E minor 7 flat 5, then the A7, back up to D minor. That's it. That's all I did. Okay. Okay, a new one. Do a different order. This time, I'm going to do a different starting point. I'm going to start on this one and end on the. I'll end on the D minor. I'll give you that ahead of time. But I'm going to start on this one, and you tell me where you think it goes. Okay, cover the screen. E. Okay, that's once through. So I'm going to start the progression again. Start with an E. Okay, see if you can see where I went. Okay, you can watch this time. I'm going to show you. So I started from here. Then I went E7 sus4, resolved it, and back to here. A7, and finally ended on the D minor. My memory's correct. That's what I did. So I went. Oops. There we go. Okay. Hopefully you got that order right. Okay. One more. I'm going to start on the A7 this time. Okay, and you tell me where you think it goes. Cover the screen. Okay, so that's once through the progression. I ended on D. Okay, so I was starting on here. So now I'll show you the screen. So I started on F7, A7, then I went suspended, then came back, then E minor 7 flat 5, A7, D minor. Okay, if you heard those right, good job. Listen to it a few times, then leave it, come back, see if your hearing improves. When you've had some time away from it, come back and try it again and see if it works better. Okay, see you in the next video.